Did you know that with just one gentle move of your fingertip, you can activate your relaxation nervous system and drift back into a deep sleep? For older adults, waking up in the middle of the night may seem like a minor inconvenience, but in reality, it is a silent thief that slowly robs you of your health and peace of mind. As we age, our sleep becomes lighter and more fragile, easily disrupted by small noises, mild pain, or even a half-remembered dream. What is even more concerning is that many people simply cannot fall back asleep after waking, which leads to long-term fatigue, physical weakness, and even memory and emotional disturbances. In this video, I am going to share with you 3 incredibly simple, gentle, and natural techniques rooted in traditional medicine from Japan, Korea, and China. These techniques will help you fall back asleep easily using only a few small finger movements. You do not have to get out of bed. They cause no discomfort. And they are especially perfect for older adults. Before we begin, drop a positive affirmation in the comments below. Think of it as a small promise to yourself to attract good things. For example, I sleep deeply and wake up full of energy, or feel free to share any personal wish you have. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss any content like this in the future. Let us create a space filled with positive energy where we can grow and live healthily every single day. Waking up in the middle of the night is not just a sign of aging. It is also your body's gentle way of telling you that something is out of sync. So what is the real cause? Let us take a closer look. As we grow older, our bodies start to change in subtle but noticeable ways, especially in how we regulate sleep. One of the deepest root causes is the decline in melatonin, a hormone often called the conductor of your sleep orchestra. Melatonin helps you fall into a deep and steady sleep, like a perfectly tuned biological clock. But as we age, our bodies produce less melatonin, which makes sleep shallower, more easily disrupted, and harder to sustain. On top of that, our natural circadian rhythm, also known as the internal body clock, starts to shift out of alignment. Older adults often feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. The frustrating part is that when they wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, their bodies have not had enough rest, leading to a tired, groggy feeling that lasts throughout the next day. But it is not just about biology. Many real-life factors also contribute to interrupted sleep. Nighttime urination caused by prostate issues, or a weak bladder, joint pain, stomach discomfort, and heart problems, all of which can wake older adults in the night. Ongoing stress, quiet anxiety, loneliness, or a sense of aimlessness after retirement are also hidden culprits behind middle-of-the-night insomnia. What makes it even worse is that the moment you start worrying about not being able to fall back asleep, that worry itself triggers your sympathetic nervous system, making your body more alert, your heart beat faster, and your brain kick into overdrive. The more you worry, the more awake you feel. And the more awake you feel, the more you worry. You end up caught in a mental spiral that is very hard to escape. So how can we gently break this cycle without medications or forcing ourselves? The answer lies in your very own hands. When your mind feels as tight as a drawn bowstring, your hands can become the hidden switch that helps your body soften and unwind. Now is the time to discover 3 incredibly simple, yet surprisingly effective finger massage techniques to help you fall back asleep with ease. Number 1. Massaging the tip of the index finger. This first technique focuses on the tip of your index finger, a tiny area closely connected to the central nervous system and your ability to manage stress. Korean traditional medicine often uses this specific spot to calm the mind and relieve emotional pressure. You will want to target the soft, fleshy pad at the tip of your index finger. This area holds a concentration of nerve endings that communicate directly with parts of the brain responsible for anxiety and tension. Use the thumb and index finger of your opposite hand to gently massage the tip of your index finger. You do not need to apply strong pressure, just a gentle touch, as if you are comforting yourself. If using both hands is not convenient, you can use your thumb on the same hand to massage that finger. What matters most is that your movements are slow, steady, and intentional. As you do this, pair it with mindful breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Pay close attention to the sensations traveling from your fingertip. That soft, gentle wave is reaching your mind, soothing your inner tension. You can continue for about 30 seconds to 1 minute or longer if it feels right. You do not need to time it, just be fully present in that moment. This technique comes from the traditional healing practices of Japan and Korea and is particularly associated with Jinshin Jutsu, a form of energy therapy using touch to relieve stress and balance the nervous system. While there is not yet strong clinical research confirming its effect on falling back asleep, many people have reported feeling more relaxed and emotionally settled after practicing it. Older adults, especially those who live alone, often deal with nighttime feelings of unease and emptiness. Massaging the tip of the index finger can bring a comforting sense of care, a way to reconnect with yourself. No gadgets, no medications needed. You do not have to change positions or get out of bed. That is what makes this method so ideal. You can use it while lying down with your eyes closed and your hand resting on your chest or beside you. Just a few breaths in, and you will start to feel your mind slow down, your breathing deepen, and your eyelids grow heavy once again. Do not underestimate the power of this simple act. In a world where everything is rushed and technology fills every corner of our lives, returning to your body and the sensations in your own hands is a precious gift, especially in the stillness of the night. Number 2. Pressing the Xiao Chong point on the pinky finger. You probably have never thought that your pinky, the smallest finger on your hand, could be deeply connected to your heart and emotions. But in traditional Chinese medicine, especially in the theory of meridians, the pinky finger is where the heart meridian ends the energy pathway that flows through the heart and governs your mental state. At the inner corner of the nail base of your pinky, right near the edge of the nail, there is a specific acupoint called Xiao Chong. Tiny as it is, this point is seen as a release valve for bottled up emotions and can help calm an overactive heart and central nervous system. In Chinese, Xiao means small and Chong means flow, referring to a subtle yet powerful stream of energy that passes through this spot. If you wake up in the middle of the night, especially after an emotional dream, a stressful day, or with a racing heartbeat, gently stimulating the Xiao Chong point can help you unplug from that surge of stimulation. It is like dimming down all the chaotic thoughts, keeping your mind from resting. The technique is very gentle. Use your thumb and index finger to softly pinch the tip of your pinky finger on the other hand, then slowly press or rub the inner edge of the nail where the Xiao Chong point is located. You can either hold pressure or move slightly up and down for 30 seconds to 1 minute. If you prefer not to lift your arm, you can simply use your thumb on the same hand to press that point as long as you can feel the contact. While doing this, keep your breath slow and steady. Imagine you are having a quiet conversation with your heart, asking it to settle down, to let go, and to return to peace. You may not feel much at first, but after just a few sessions, you might begin to notice a gentle vibration radiating through your body, like someone is softly rocking you back to sleep. The beauty of this technique is how well it works for people who experience nightmares, sudden spikes in heart rate, or unexplained nervousness symptoms that often affect older adults, especially after major life changes, such as the loss of a loved one, retirement, or living alone. Pressing the Xiao Chong point is not just a physical gesture, it is also a way of comforting yourself, giving yourself permission to let go and rest. Although Shaochong is a concept rooted in Chinese traditional medicine and lacks large-scale validation from modern science, the gentle stimulation of the fingertips has been widely acknowledged by older adults as helpful for reducing anxiety, calming the heart, and promoting relaxation. When paired with the spiritual element found in Eastern traditions, this technique becomes a refined form of sleep meditation, perfect for those seeking peace within themselves, free from medication or modern technology. Number 3. Holding the thumb gently. Here is something that might sound surprising, but is completely real. Sometimes your thumb, the often overlooked part of your body, holds the key to bringing you back into deep natural sleep without any pills or aids. In Japanese traditional medicine, especially in the practice of Jin Shinjutsu, the thumb is directly associated with anxiety and the digestive system, two things that often quietly wake us in the middle of the night. Jin Shinjutsu is a healing art developed in Japan in the early 20th century that uses gentle handholds to balance the body's energy and promote self-healing. So the next time you wake up feeling unsettled, your heart fluttering lightly, and your mind spinning with thoughts, try this simple step. Gently hold your thumb with the opposite hand. No need to squeeze hard or find a special position. Just lie still. Lift your hand and softly wrap your fingers around your thumb, as if you are comforting a loved one. This simple act creates a physical and energetic connection with yourself, letting your body know it is time to relax. Take a deep breath, exhale slowly, and hold this position for 1 or 2 minutes. You can switch hands if you like. As you do this, notice the warm sensation beginning at your thumb, spreading into your palm and moving up your arm. This is not just your imagination, it is a real shift in your nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, which keeps you on high alert when you are anxious, starts to quiet down. Meanwhile, the parasympathetic nervous system, responsible for rest, digestion, and recovery, gets activated, gently guiding you back into sleep. Many older adults feel so anxious at night that they turn to sleeping pills just to get back to sleep. But the more you rely on medication, the more your body loses its natural rhythm. Holding the thumb is a beautiful alternative. It has no side effects, requires no outside help, and all you need is yourself and a gentle hand. The most important thing to remember when practicing this technique is not to expect a miracle right away. Think of it as a gift, a small ritual you give yourself before returning to rest. Maybe on the first night, you just feel a little more at ease, but by the 3rd or 5th time, you might notice a real shift. No more jolting awake in panic. No more tossing and turning while waiting for morning. Instead, you begin to feel more in control, more grounded, and you learn how to guide yourself gently back to peace. These 3 simple hand techniques can be even more powerful when combined with a few small tips. With just a little awareness, you will find that falling back asleep becomes easier than ever. Number 1. Practice box breathing. Among all natural relaxation methods, box breathing is considered one of the simplest yet most effective ways to calm the nervous system and bring the body into a deep rest state. This technique is officially taught in the United States military to help soldiers manage stress and recover mentally. Many therapists across the country also use box breathing as part of treatment for anxiety disorders, PTSD, and insomnia. The name box breathing comes from its structure, 4 equal steps like the 4 sides of a box. Each step lasts about 4 seconds, creating a steady rhythm that helps shift your focus away from overthinking and back to your body. Here is how you do it. First, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, imagining the air filling up your lungs. Then hold your breath for 4 seconds and notice the slight stretch in your chest. Next, exhale slowly and steadily for 4 seconds, releasing the air in a controlled flow. Finally, hold your breath again now in an empty state for another 4 seconds. That pause is what helps reset your nervous system. Then repeat the cycle. After just 3 to 5 rounds, you may notice your heart rate slowing down, your mind becoming less tense, and a warm, safe feeling spreading throughout your body. The key here is not to force anything or obsess over counting exact seconds. Approach it with a light, relaxed mindset. You might not feel the shift right away, but if you repeat this technique every time you wake up, especially while combining it with finger massage, your body will gradually learn how to bring itself back to sleep naturally without outside assistance. Number 2, avoid checking the time. When you wake up, one of the most seemingly harmless habits that actually sabotages sleep, especially for older adults, is checking the time as soon as they wake up in the middle of the night. You might think it's just a quick glance, but that one glance can trigger a chain of psychological and biological responses that make it much harder to fall back asleep. Psychologically, when you see the clock say 2:00 a.m. or 3:00 a.m., your brain immediately starts calculating, how much time do I have left to sleep? Only 3 hours until morning. Will I be able to function tomorrow? These questions do not help you fall back asleep. They only make you more stressed, more anxious, and rob you of the relaxation you need. On top of that, sleep scientists have shown that even just a few seconds of exposure to the light from your phone or a digital clock is enough to disrupt melatonin production, the hormone your body needs to stay in deep sleep. Blue light from screens tells your brain that it is morning, making you feel more alert rather than sleepy. And let's not forget the effect of time pressure, that invisible but heavy feeling that you are racing against the clock. The more urgency you feel, the more likely you are to fall into the trap. The harder you try to sleep, the more awake you become. So here is a simple but powerful piece of advice. Stay away from clocks or phones when you wake up in the middle of the night. If possible, turn the clock to face the wall or keep your phone out of reach. Instead of checking the time, focus on your breath, massage your fingers, or picture a peaceful scene in your mind. Doing this helps maintain a calm state of mind and allows your body to readjust its sleep rhythm naturally. Number 3, maintain a consistent sleep-wake schedule. A common mistake, especially among older adults when dealing with nighttime awakenings, is trying to make up for lost sleep by sleeping in late the next morning or taking long naps in the afternoon. Unfortunately, this only throws off your body's internal clock and makes the problem worse in the following nights. Our bodies operate on a 24-hour internal cycle called the circadian rhythm. This rhythm governs everything from hormone release, digestion, and blood pressure to sleep. When you go to bed and wake up at the same times every day, your brain learns and programs your body to follow a smooth rhythm. But if you wake up at 6:30 one day and sleep in until 9 sounds, the next your brain becomes confused and no longer knows when it is time to rest, which can severely affect your sleep quality the following night. For older adults whose circadian rhythm is already more fragile than younger people's, these disruptions from oversleeping during the day can lead to chronic insomnia. If you nap too much during the day, your body loses the sense of needing sleep at night, and the cycle of poor sleep repeats itself. The best advice here is to wake up at the same time every morning, even if you feel like you did not sleep enough the night before. If you get sleepy during the day, it is fine to take a short nap. Just limit it to 20 to 30 minutes and do it early in the afternoon. Do not let a nap turn into a long bonus sleep that reduces your need for rest at night. Also, morning is the perfect time to expose yourself to natural sunlight, which tells your body that it is time to wake up and stop producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel drowsy. Taking a gentle walk outdoors, opening your curtains to let in the morning light, or simply sitting near a sunny window helps reset your biological clock and supports more stable sleep at night. Sleep is not just a time for rest, it is when the body and mind are restored and emotions are rebalanced. For older adults, waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to fall back asleep has become a quiet struggle. But the good news is, it can absolutely be improved if we know what to do. As you have seen with just a few gentle techniques using your hands, like holding your thumb, massaging your index finger, or pressing the pinky along with some simple tips like box breathing, avoiding the clock, and keeping a consistent sleep schedule, you can absolutely reclaim deep sleep without having to rely on medication. So if you have ever felt helpless in the middle of the night, if you have ever lost faith in your body's ability to sleep naturally, this is your moment to begin again. Begin with your own 2 hands. Begin with a slow, steady breath. Begin with small, meaningful changes. Important note, if you are currently taking sedative sleeping pills or have medical conditions such as heart disease or blood pressure issues, please consult your doctor before trying any alternative techniques. These hand practices are supportive tools. They are not a replacement for professional medical care. If you found the content in this video helpful, leave a positive affirmation in the comments below. Something just for you, like "I deserve a peaceful sleep every night," or "My body is learning how to heal itself." These messages do more than lift your spirit. They inspire others who are walking the same path with you. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you will not miss any of the upcoming content where I will continue to share valuable knowledge, practical techniques, and empowering motivation to help you live healthy, peaceful, and fulfilled in your golden years. Together we are building a kind, loving, and wise community where aging is not a finish line, but a beautiful journey of rediscovering yourself on a deeper level.